And if you are waiting for those crews to come salt or plow the streets near you, you might be waiting a little while unless you happen to live right next to a major thoroughfare, because the city of Dallas says that's where their focus is right now, those roads that serve the most drivers. But dozens of trucks and crews have been out there. They've been hard at work treating the streets with sand and salt, the ones they can at least, trying to get that ice to melt instead of plowing. But really, when it comes to streets or trash pickup or a lot of different city services, many of them at a standstill right now. So joining me to talk all about it and what you need to know this morning is Steve Stoller, Director of Media Relations with the City of Plano. Good morning again, Steve.
Good morning, Mark. Well, it's no surprise that all the roads out there are icy and treacherous, and that includes the alleys. So for the second consecutive day, our trash and cycling in Plano will not be collected, but we do have a plan. The plan is to resume collection as soon as the conditions allow. Once service is resumed, the first collection will be from those who have regular service on Tuesday, since yesterday was the first day that we discontinued service. The following day, we'll pick up trash and recycling from those who have regular service on Wednesday, and so on. So the ultimate goal is to resume collection tomorrow on Thursday, even if delayed, so we can wrap up this week's collection by the end of the day on Saturday. That way we can get back to our regular collection cycle by Monday. And we're asking our residents to leave their carts out at the collection point.
Well, I know you're trying to keep your crews safe, and really they just can't navigate some of those roadways with those big trash pickups, as you mentioned earlier this morning. We also got a chance to chat about the lack of major incidents you've seen in Plano, because you said a lot of folks kind of heeded those warnings to stay home right now.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Yesterday I mentioned that in downtown Plano, there were like no cars parked along the stores on 15th Street. We saw very few cars navigating downtown. And even overnight, our emergency services people only reported 4 accidents. And, you know, we're a city of 290,000 people. So considering that number, 4 accidents is a very low number. Yesterday, our messaging really focused on telling people to stay off the roads and stay home if don't go out unless you absolutely have to. And I think people heeded that. And I think the low number of accidents is one of the results.
We're seeing a TxDOT camera right now of 75 Parker North in Plano in your area, but really the frequency of cars on the roadways far less than what you would normally see at this time of day on a regular Wednesday. You did also talk to us this morning about some of the services for folks who need places to stay right now, to stay warm, and how's capacity looking there?
Well, capacity, the Salvation Army has a Plano overnight warming station. We call it POWS. And for the last 2 nights, it has been either right at capacity. Monday night, it was just a few under capacity. So several other organizations in the area have fortunately come to the aid of the homeless and people who are unsheltered to try and find places where tonight they can go. So I think we're in pretty good shape there as well.
Well, glad to hear it. Again, thank you very much for your time and perspective. Steve Stoller from the City of Plano. Hope everybody there is able to stay safe and warm.
Thank you, Mark.